Welcome back everyone to another photography adventure. Today I'm going to be trying to get some fun fall pictures out at the Pheasant Branch Conservancy. Okay, so out at the Pheasant Branch Conservancy here, we got this nice little trail that's running along this creek, and gonna be trying to get some good compositions. So I think I'm gonna start with trying to find something of this bridge, but as you can notice, I got some stuff in the background that's not necessarily ideal. So I'm gonna try to line up a slightly better shot. Okay, so on this little yellow thing I've come across, there are some weird little bugs on it. I'm gonna try to snag some pictures of them. I've got my 28mm macro lens on my Canon M6. So gonna open up the aperture as much as possible to 3.5 and see what I can do here. Okay, so since this branch is moving around, I'm gonna try to hold it to see if I can get something slightly better. I do not think my shutter speed is fast enough. So yeah, definitely with the amount of motion going on right now, I'm definitely going to need to increase my shutter speed. I'm going to try to get this up to 1000, which means I'm going to have to crank up my ISO. Looks like ISO 1600, I might actually be able to get this. Okay, so doing some picture review to make sure one of these actually looks like it might be in focus, and definitely got one. Looks like I actually got that little guy in focus. So hopefully, after some editing, that'll come out to be a pretty shot. So we made it to the top of the bridge overlooking that little water spot we started out at. So what I'm gonna try to do is get a picture of that from up here, and hopefully this is gonna turn out. But I don't wanna break out a tripod, so to get my 1 second exposure, I'm gonna use a little trick called image stacking and shoot a few shots at a faster shutter speed that I can handhold that I'm gonna stack together later in post. Okay, so I should be able to handhold this at 1/50th of a second. So I got that set up with ISO 100, and just gonna use the bridge here to brace my camera a little bit and line that up. And okay, so it took 25 shots that I'm gonna stack together in post. Hopefully that'll get me some nice smooth motion on the water. So if you ever don't have a tripod, that is a useful trick. I'll show you some befores and afters of these. Okay, so came across this beautiful little scene down by the river here. So it's just super clear, you can see completely through it, and there's these little red leaves off on the side. I really like how those look. So what I'm gonna try to do for this shot is take it from a couple different heights to give you a perspective of what it would look like if you were shooting either up high or down low, and how much that can change your composition. And if you'll notice, I'm shooting this up a little bit higher. It's because I want the perspective of kind of looking down on this to get stuff in the frame and try to accentuate that bush slightly more. And just to show off why I shot it from so high, I'm going to take one from down lower just to give you an example of what a different perspective on the same shot would have been. Okay, and so to be completely honest, after shooting that, I think I might actually like the lower one better. I don't know, we'll see after editing, but definitely a major difference in the composition. Okay, so I've got these little pretty purple flowers we came across. I'm gonna try to get a good macro shot of them, and looks like there's some little bugs flying around them, so hopefully I can get one of these little bugs in the shot too. Oh, this guy's posing so nicely. Okay, well here's hoping one of these turned out. When you're doing macro, yeah, it definitely helps to be able to use a fast shutter speed, but I don't know, we'll see what happens after editing. Okay, so I came across another cool little waterfall under a bridge here. Gonna try to make the most of this again due to hand holding it. I'm gonna have to stack the images. But I dragged the f-stop up to f9 so that I'd be able to hopefully get a little bit more color into this shot because the light is really coming through harsh. So hopefully that'll allow me to expose this a little more properly and get some good color depth. Okay, so again, I ended up shooting 25 pictures of that. Definitely not sure which ones are going to be used in the stacking. There's this gorgeous pool at the bottom of the waterfall where all the water is just churning. So gorgeous. Hopefully this is going to turn out beautiful. So we had a little bit of rain come in here, so I think this is probably going to wrap up the video. But this has been a gorgeous place, Pheasant Branch Nature Preserve. If you want to come out, I'll put a link in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and hopefully I will see everyone next time.